Behold, the long-awaited sequel! We're gonna rank more Blue Lock character designs. Last time we did this was like, oh my gosh, 8 years. 8 years, I almost said years. 8 months ago? That's kinda long. So, again, the rules from the previous videos apply. We're not ranking the characters based on how much we like them or how attractive their design is, or else the list will be kinda boring. Cause everyone's S tier, everyone looks great! So instead, we're ranking them based on how much their designs fit the characters. Before we begin, I'ma just point out quickly that there's a lot of inconsistencies in terms of Nagi's eye colors in official artworks. It pisses me off how it changes colors more than a chameleon, like that's not your ability, Nagi. So I'm bumping him down to the bottom of A tier. You can probably feel right now that this is gonna be a super biased tier list. Please don't come after me, Nagi stans. I know you guys, there's a lot of you and you guys are kinda scary sometimes, but just let me go for this one. Thanks. Also, I personally preferred the eyes to be green. Thanks for asking. Yeah, let's just jump straight into the video and start ranking. The first character we're ranking today is Gagamaru. I think his design is probably like one of the best ones in Blue Lock. It kinda looks plain, but once you look more at him, you realize how much you've never seen anyone else that looks like him. So it's like actually really unique. So that's a subversion. It's kinda like Bachira's hair, where you feel like someone has got to have this hairstyle, but once you think about it, you can't. Like, no one else has it. They're actually super unique. So, I'm gonna put Gagamaru up there to S already. He's gonna sit right next to Bachira for now, because I think his design suits him, especially his, like, very, like, big, dark eyes, soulless. Kinda like those Tokyo Revengers characters. And it fits him, because it makes him look very intimidating, yet like goofy and funny, and I think that's kind of what Gagamaru is. He's like a hidden menace. He's called the Gotamaru in the fandom for a reason, you know? And other than his soulless eyes, he's like one of the characters in this show that ties his hair up. Like a lot of other characters with like really long hair, like Chigiri, for example, they don't tie their hair up. And like, bro, you're playing a sport, like, you should probably tie it up. It's just easier, everything's more convenient. Yeah. And it kind of annoys me how a lot of characters don't tie their hair up, especially like Ryu, since it's like super long. It's gonna get in the way when you're playing. So I am very glad that Gagamaru ties his hair up. For that reason alone, he goes to S tier. Also, he makes his own hairband. That is kind of awesome. Yeah. Let's go to the next character, which is Kuon. Kuon, I think, has a pretty solid design. He has the typical closed eye villain look, but when you first see him, you don't really give off the vibes that he's kind of a villain. So the subversion works really well because, spoiler alert, he betrays the main like group, Team Z. So the twist turned out well. When he opens his eye, he's also very scary. His hair is a bit plain, but I think it kind of works. In a way, he kind of looks like a mom. And it fits him well because he is like the mom of Team Z before his betrayal. And since he's kind of tall as well, he also fits into that bill. I have not much to say about Kuon. I think he's a solid plot twist villain design. And for that reason, he kind of goes to A. But he doesn't have anything like too special enough to go to S. So I'll leave him at A for now. As a character design, he's pretty solid. As a character, I highly dislike him. He would have gone to D if this was a different tier list. Okay, next. Now we're just gonna speedrun the rest of Team Z because I honestly don't really care about them. I'm sorry, the one monk stan out there, like, I just don't. Okay, let's just go. Naruhaya, B tier, like very plain design, but it works well for him. He like looks cute and is sad when he's eliminated. Next. Igarashi, or Igaguri, or the monk, whatever you call him, because people keep forgetting his names, me too. He will go to B as well, because he's just a monk. Like, there's nothing else about his design. He is what he is, and it works, but he's just plain. B tier he goes. Next, Yemon. I keep calling him Lemon sometimes, like, from the way how his name is written. It's not a L, it's an I. Yemon goes to C. He's kind of the most boring design out of all of here. Like, he literally just looks like a guy. He doesn't even look like a high schooler. He kind of looks like an adult, like way older than everyone else. He looks like your uncle. So for that reason, he goes to C. Okay, let's go to the next one. Who are you again? I honestly can't remember this character's name, and I'm not bothered to search it up. This isn't even like a joke, like I just don't remember. This is how forgettable this guy is. Yeah, this guy goes to the Who Are You tier. I'm gonna make a special one just for you, buddy. Down there, right below D. Okay, now we're done with Team Z. Let's move on to the other characters that I care more about. Okay, this one is probably one that you guys waited for a very long time. I've been seeing people spamming comments of me ranking the design of Rizztoshi Sae, and I gotta say, his design is really good. Rizztoshi Sae has like sort of like a plain hairstyle in a way that you can see people wear it. Like you can feel like it feels kind of normal, like it's nothing exaggerated, like those anime spiky hairs or something like that. Like it's also a very natural color, and yet I can't seem to think of any other anime characters or just people in real life that actually wear this hairstyle. And Rizztoshi still looks well in it, so for that reason I think it's a really good unique hairstyle, and it works well with him since he's sort of like a low profile like footballer. He doesn't really care about his looks too much. Like he's kind of like got that swag, the unspoken Riz. Yeah, and it just works. Like he seems awesome. So for that reason, I'll put like for his hairstyles top tier. And also his eyes. I've spoken about it before since we already ranked Rizztoshi Rin, his brother. And I've said before, this is a very cool eye design. It's like thin, it gives off that like intimidating look. The bottom eyelashes also help him stand out. And so for that reason, I'm gonna rank Rizztoshi Sae at top of S again. I'm gonna put him right in front of his brother. I'm not sure whether Rin will like this. Yeah, I'm sorry Rin, but not really. Rizztoshi Sae goes in front of you once again. He is superior. Oh yeah, fun fact. Rin is also taller than Sae. And that's kind of funny. Yeah, that's all I gotta say about it. I'm not sure what that means in terms of character design. It's just funny, I guess. Okay, we're gonna go through the faculty members slash the adults that are running this. We're gonna start from Henri, the one and only female character in Blue Lock. I gotta say, she looks pretty nice as the only like prominent female character. She doesn't have that much competition going on in terms of like a unique design. Like her short hair is a very basic hairstyle, yet it works because she's the only female, so she's recognizable. And I really don't have that much to say about Henri. I think she's just fine. Like, yeah. By fine, I don't mean that type of fine. Like, she looks okay. That's what I mean. I am not trying to hit on Henri. Okay. For that reason, I'll put her in A. I think she fits fine there. Nothing about her is too special, but nothing about her I can complain about. She also looks nice in suits. Yep. Okay, let's go to the next faculty member. The silly, vector-looking Slenderman guy with the giraffe neck, you know? You know who it is before I say his name. It's Eggo. And before a lot of you go again in the comments and say, oh no, it's Ego, dude. It's E-G-O. No, it's Eggo-sama. Eggo. That's how you pronounce it in Japanese, and that's how I'll pronounce it here. If you don't like it, too bad. I'm just gonna call him Eggo to piss people off. Haha. So, what about Eggo? Eggo has one of the best, if not the best, design in Blue Lock, in my opinion. First of all, Eggo is very long. By that, I don't only mean his height, I mean his limbs. Like, look at his hands, look at them stretching, look at his neck. Look at his mouth. When he like smiles, it goes very wide, like it stretches like the Joker. And his eyes also go super big and wide and round when he opens them too much. And it gives off that soulless vibe as well, like Gagamaru, like those Tokyo Revenger characters. So that's another intimidating factor. Yeah, he's just really scary, and I think that works really well. He is, in a way, the mascot of Blue Lock. Like, I don't mean he's like your Pikachu, like for selling merch. I'm not sure if Eggo merch would sell, but that is an interesting fact. I should probably buy an Eggo merch. I don't have that yet. Yeah, I literally have merch of almost every main character except for Eggo. I'm sorry, Eggo. Yeah, I'm sorry, I went off topic. I think Eggo being scary works super well, especially for episode 1, or like the chapter 1 of this entire story, because we are introduced to the Blue Lock system, and Eggo coming in really just adds this intimidating factor and make Blue Lock sound really serious, you know, because, you know, he's the real deal. You gotta pick up football or soccer, whatever you call it, and you gotta win, you know, like become the best striker in the world. His speech is kind of like, in a way, scary at this point, and it really hits your souls. Yeah, I'm sure it hit Isagi's soul. So, yeah, for that, I think Eggo works perfectly. The bowl cut, and I know I said we're not going to talk about outfits, that's one of the rules, but I think Eggo wearing all black, it just works so well for him. Like, plus his black hair and his glasses, like, just really frames him as this, like, very scary looking man, this slender man cosplayer. So, for all of those reasons, I think Eggo has to be up there at the top of S. In terms of where he'll be in S, I still think Bachira is better, or Gagamaru. I'm gonna pin him after Gagamaru, I think. That's all I've got to say about Eggo. So last but not least in this list is Shido. And oh boy, a lot of you are also telling me to rank Shido since like 8 months ago. I'm so sorry, it took me so long, but I am here now, and we're gonna rank Shido. And oh boy, there's a lot in Shido's design. I think Shido is probably one of the most unique looking characters in Blue Lock. Let's talk about his hair first, because I usually go for that first. It's like one of the recognizing features of anime characters, you know? So his hair. Yellow, like blonde, with a tint of pink, like hot pink, sort of. I think it works perfectly for Shido. Shido sort of follows the Garu style, and for those who don't know what Garu is, it's like some sort of Japanese fashion style where I'm just talking about like stereotypically, you would like get blonde hair, like bleach your hair or make it light colored, with some color as well maybe, but you also usually get like tan skin and like some type of like makeup and eyeliner. Shido fits the bill, so that's why I'm pointing it out here. And a lot of times Garu are depicted as bullies, which is not usually the case anymore, because I know a lot of like recent Garus in anime are like very lovable protagonists, such as there's Marin from Dress Up Darling. Who else is there? Yeah, I can't really think of it on the top of my head. I'm sure you guys can point out more Garus. Anyways, Shido is a Garu, and that's kind of funny. He fits the personality too of being like energetic and bully with quotation marks. Shido's eyeliners though, like damn, they sure extend long. A lot of Blue Lock characters have like sort of similar eyes, but you look at Shido's eyes, you know they're Shido's eyes because of the eyeliner. It's just so special. It helps him to look kind of scarier. I also like imagining him waking up early every day, like to just put on those eyeliners. It's kind of pretty funny. Like during this intense Blue Lock training, everyone is like working hard, and there's just Shido putting on eyeliner on the side. Yeah. Shido also has some intense long eyelashes. Because the eyelashes are blonde, it kind of makes me question whether he is naturally born blonde. Because, like, his eyelashes are blonde. His eyes, as well, like this hot pink, like with this, like, strip in the middle. It makes him very animalistic looking. He looks kind of scary. Now that I look at him more, he looks like this certain other blonde character we'll see later on in the future of Blue Lock. No spoilers for animes only, but if you have read the manga, you know exactly who I'm talking about. And since one of Shido's nicknames is Cockroach, I think he does fit the bill. He does look a little bit like a cockroach based on his hair, like the 2 strands on the side as well. Got insulted by our boy Bachira to be a cockroach. So it's kind of funny, but it works. Was it a cockroach or just a roach? I'm not really sure, but since Shido is so cocky, he might as well be a cockroach. For all of these reasons, I'm gonna put Shido in A. And you might be wondering, why not S? You sounded so happy when talking about him. The design sounds perfect from your perspective. I'm putting him in A. The reason for that is because I think Shido stands out way too much compared to all the other characters. Like, to a point that he doesn't fit in the show anymore. That's sort of the point, I get it. He's kind of like the oddball. Like, he is supposed to look like a menace compared to everyone else. But I feel like he looks a little bit too much compared to everyone else. But I will put him at the top of A because he is still really, really well designed. And I really can't wait to see more Shido in season 2. Especially us manga readers knows what's up and he will pop off. And yeah, that's all the characters we're gonna rank for today. And do you agree with my list or do you not agree with it? You can always comment down below. Like if you want to have a part 4. And I'll start ranking maybe manga characters as well because the anime has not caught up yet. But we'll see, we'll see. I hope we eventually make it to the Blue Rose. Only manga characters know who that is. Because this guy is probably one of my favorite designs in Blue Lock. Thank you for my 11 subscribers. And yeah, bye!